just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got a lot. I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money.
My bad. There we go. What's going on, good people? I hope everybody had a blessed start to their week here. We're in the middle of the week hump day. We got a lot going on that we want to talk about here today. We're going to be diving into the GSA schedules or vehicles, as some have heard them named or whatnot, but it's the GSA that we're going to be talking about today. And the reason that we're going to be talking about that today is because the current administration will be moving a lot of the federal contracts over to GSA and letting them handle them from all agencies. So we really want to start to pay attention to that so we can make a shift in our operations so we can still successfully start winning government contracts. So make sure that you guys tune in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this live feed out with 3 other business owners, entrepreneurs that you know need to get involved with government contracting so they can hear a little bit about this thing called the GSA schedules or vehicles, however you want to name them. And we'll be touching a little bit on the IDIQs too, so keep that in mind as well. Just other forms, other vehicles that we're going to be utilizing to win these federal government contracts. I want to make sure I quote that we're talking about federal government contracts today. And then by all means, I'm going to show you guys here near the end how we can quickly find these opportunities, find these vehicles, and potential partners to team up with if you don't have any of these vehicles or schedules currently at this moment and you need them in order to win that contract. So let's get ready to dive down this thing, guys. If you got any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I will answer them, but y'all know how we get started. Put in that chat, I am a millionaire. You got to believe it. If you don't believe that you can become a millionaire and be successful in this space, well, you're right. It'll never happen. It all starts with you. It doesn't start with me. I'm just here to provide the information, but you got to be the person that's moving forward each and every time. And last but not least, make sure that you guys are putting where you're tuning in from, whether you're watching live or on replay. You never know who's going to be there to network with, especially in this space and this time that we're in right now. And it's very important that you build your network up as much as you possibly can in order to stay successful in this industry right here. Now, let's get ready to dive into our topics here for today. Now, our first thing that we have up here is, what exactly is this whole thing called GSA contracting vehicles? Or once again, I told you, you may see schedules too. So keep that in mind. GSA schedules, GSA contract vehicles, they're all kind of the same thing to me. But this is going to be like your fast lane to contracting. Now, the government likes these GSA schedules and vehicles because what happens is usually for the service side of the house, you're going to have to submit a proposal in order to get on the schedule or a vehicle. And you guys have to put all of your prices for every labor category, even if you're not going to pursue contracts in that lane, you still need to put pricing for the labor categories in that. And what happens is it's been pre-negotiated that when you submit that proposal, like, this is going to be my pricing and stuff, etc. And it's like the GSA has vetted you as a company when they awarded you getting on that schedule or that vehicle, however you want to name it. Well, the government likes it because you've been pre-vetted. And something that may have taken 6 months to acquire your services, it could only take like 4 weeks now because they're utilizing that GSA schedule. So that's the biggest thing behind it. There's a lot of different schedules out there. So you need to understand, what is your niche so you can get on the right schedule. There's no point of being on an IT-70 schedule and you sell furniture, right? The IT-70 is for IT. So why even worry about that aspect of it? Now, a couple of those schedules, you may see something called the SIN number, SIN, okay? A little different than your NAICS code, but it's kind of the same type of idea right there. So you want to know what the SIN number is for your products and or services. But what I will tell you is some of the largest contracts come on schedules. Their schedules are the largest vehicles out there. We're talking $400 billion on some of these schedules. Now, when I say the schedule is $400 billion, that's simply saying the government has this amount of money that they can spend on there. Once you get on the schedule, it's now your duty to go find the customer on the government side and get them to put the contract on that schedule if it's not already there. And it's essentially kind of like a set aside. And when I say kind of like a set aside, whereas if you have like the 8A or the hub zone or veteran owned or something, like now, people who bring contracts into the 8A space, only the people with the 8A certification can go after that work. Well, it's similar to this whole GSA thing. You can't get the contracts that are on the GSA schedule without having that schedule. So if you're able to get a contract to move over to the schedule, you could eliminate a lot of your competition because the people who are currently on the schedule may not be looking at it. So that could be a strategic approach to going after that. But again, the reason we're talking about this today is because a lot of the contracts moving forward will be on a GSA schedule. I think 55% of the contracts, I want you guys to understand this, 55% of the contracts previously have been awarded through contract vehicles, right? They're not on SAM.gov. I told you guys SAM.gov doesn't put all of the opportunities out there. Well, again, on this GSA schedule, these vehicles, we're talking 55%, and it's only going to be increasing. So that's why it's important that you learn about this stuff, because we want to make sure that you guys are going to be successful at, winning this whole government contracting thing. All right. Now, the next topic that we have here, don't forget, if you guys got questions about anything that I'm going over, feel free to put them down there in the chat. Don't forget as well, make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, subscribe button, continue to share this live feed out right now with 3 other entrepreneurs, business owners that need to find out about this government contract thing, because it's getting nasty over in the government space. I'm telling you right now, it is getting a little bit nasty over here. We want to make sure that we pay attention to it. Now, the other beauty about these schedules is it is a way to skyrocket your business. I mean, again, most of the players that are in this space, they're generating quite a bit of money. And IDIQs is going to be a big thing too. I know we're talking about GSA schedules, but IDIQs, a definite delivery and definite quantity, is going to be something else that we're watching out for as well. But the fact that I told you guys that utilizing the schedules is going to cut so much time off of the procurement process. I mean, tons of time. This is why the government loves it. And when you cut time off of things, what else does that do? It saves everybody money. You're talking about saving time and money. This is exactly, again, why you guys want to get involved with this. Now, what I will tell you is that agencies will trust you a little bit more when they see your name pop up on these schedules. That's another key kicker to it too. Also a kicker, if you have currently, and I don't know how long this is going to last with this administration, but if you have set asides like your 8A or your veteran owned or something of that nature, you can utilize that on the schedule too, to whereas you can get a contract moved on the schedule, or there could be a contract already on the schedule, but you can get one moved on the schedule and then say it's for 8A companies. And now you could be the only on there with an 8A cert, or is only 5 of you guys with that schedule with the 8A cert. So it limits your competition even more. And definitely some of these certs and things of that nature, like there's not going to be other companies looking at it that are on that schedule. So when you move something over there, that's going to be the best place for, you to be successful with no competition by strategizing that thing right there. Now, once again, as I stated, this stuff is going to be quadrupling. I don't want to say 2 times the amount. I'm talking, it's going to quadruple the amount of awards that have been utilized on schedules in 2025, 2026. So if you do not think about these schedules, honestly, you're cheating yourself out of the opportunity of generating a lot of revenue with the government, all because you wouldn't sit down and understand the GSA schedules. Now, each schedule, which again, I'm going to show you guys this stuff at the end, so you guys can see how I move through this stuff a whole lot faster. Every schedule is not the same. Some of the GSA schedules have a specific on-ramp period. So like 8A stars, right? First of all, you got to be an 8A to get on this vehicle. But 8A stars, like if you was to get your 8A right now, and I have to look to see when the next time they open, but if they're not open for on-ramp, then you can't get on that schedule right now. It's closed off and there's nothing you can do about it. Even if you see these contracts coming out, it is the perfect work for you and your company. But you see it come out on 8A stars and you are an 8A, but you didn't get that stars vehicle when they had their on-ramp period. Well, you can't go after that contract. But I'm not telling you that to discourage you. We'll actually be breaking that down here in a little while, exactly what you are going to do if you don't have that schedule or you can't get that schedule in time for a potential contract that's coming out or even for a recompete that's going on. Don't forget, guys, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. If you have any questions about what I'm going over today, feel free, ask your questions in the chat. I'll make sure that I do get to it. I know this is probably a lot of new information for a lot of you guys. I really haven't talked GSA schedules that much, but by all means, I wanted you guys to just get involved with government contracting as fast as you can, and you learn about GSA schedules because I have it in my back office. I actually have a bunch of videos. We'll look at that too, so you guys can see all the training that we have there for GSA schedules. But remember, a lot of this is going to be you need to write a proposal to get on that schedule. Just keep that in mind there. All right, so let's get here to our next topic in the house. What do we have here? Why they're not on SAM.gov. So as I told you guys before, 55% of these opportunities currently are coming out on GSA schedules for all government contracts, but they don't have to show up on SAM.gov. One thing about when opportunities come out on that schedule is not a requirement anymore to show on SAM. Typically what you're going to see happen is it's something called eBuy. Okay, so when you get on that schedule, you'll get access to this platform called eBuy. eBuy will enable you to see the opportunities that are coming out on that GSA schedule. Now, all opportunities that come out on GSA schedules do not pop up on eBuy. Sometimes the people who are on the schedule get an email about those opportunities. There's also another system called like Symphony, I believe. SYMPHONY. That's another system like a eBuy that you'll be able to check out and find those opportunities that are going to be coming out on those schedules. There's one schedule that I would probably say majority of you guys need to take a look at, and it's called the MAS schedule, MAS. All right, so you could literally go to Google and type in MAS. Don't quote me on it. I believe that their open enrollment schedule, and when I say open enrollment, like it's always open to get new companies to come in. Also, some of these schedules got requirements that you have to get a certain amount of money spent through that schedule to keep that schedule within a allotted amount of time. So you want to make sure you pay attention to that, because what they don't want to have is a bunch of companies that's on the schedule and they're just there, like the companies that are sitting on SAM.gov. They registered for SAM.gov and they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there. Well, with these schedules, they don't want people just sitting there. So they do have some criteria that, you know, you got to meet a certain threshold within a certain amount of allotted time. I think it's usually within like 3 years or something of that nature. Don't quote me on the exact time frame, though. Just understand when you look through those schedules, that's something that you want to pay attention to, because we don't want to, lose those potential opportunities right there because, we didn't pay attention to how the money was coming in. So that's another reason why you'll see a lot of contractors really trying to get their customers to move opportunities over to a schedule, because they may be getting ready to lose that schedule right there. All right. So that's why the stuff is not on SAM.gov. This is why we do have to pay attention. Remember, even before this administration was talking about moving all of the contract opportunities over to GSA, all the opportunities still weren't being posted on SAM.gov. So don't think that, because there's a shift that's going on, that's going to be a huge factor. If anything, SAM.gov is going to, their contract opportunities will lower even more and turn into like 15% of the opportunities come out on SAM.gov, where all the rest are going over to the GSA schedule. Now, guys, you really, really have to stay updated with what's going on in government right now with this administration. I mean, things are changing very quickly. I heard that they're trying to change up the FAR from, that's how we're governed as contractors. Our Bible is the FAR of how to operate. And from my understanding, they're looking to change up the FAR right now, which I don't think has ever been done the way that they're trying to change it for quite a while. So make sure that you guys stay up to speed to see what changes will come and how it will impact you. I'll tell you this too. I do believe that the set aside programs are going to fade away, from the 8A program to the women owned program. Don't quote me on it. I'm just telling you my belief, right? As of today, it's still active. So we're going to operate with it like there's nothing wrong. But what I don't want you to do is, be in a world of pain because you just spent all this money and all this time with other people, which you don't have to spend the money, but you chose to spend the money and time with people to help you get your certifications, and then come to find out there are no more certifications for set aside. So just keep that in mind as, you keep pursuing this government contracting space. Now, our next topic here is key, because if you do not have a contract vehicle or a GSA schedule, however you want to call it, don't count yourself out, which I see a lot of people do all the time. Instead, what you want to start to think about is, okay, again, this is all public information. And what I'm going to show you guys later here in a minute in our next topic of the GSA playbook, how we're going to go about it. You can see the companies that do have those contract vehicles or those schedules up under their company's name. And all we are going to do is potentially partner with them. So if you do not have the IT-70 schedule or the MASS schedule, that's going to be a huge vehicle that majority of you guys will probably be paying attention to. MASS, multiple award. Man, now I'm drawing a blank. Multiple award schedule. I don't know why I was struggling right there. A multiple award schedule is the MASS vehicle that you'll probably hear more often than not. That's one that you probably want to get on. But by all means, if there is a vehicle like the 8A Stars that doesn't have an on-ramp period, so you can't even get on it if you wanted to, you now need to go find a partner that's currently on that vehicle. And the beauty about this whole 8A thing, don't quote me on it if it's taken away. Let's say you go to graduate out of the 8A program and you just get on the Stars vehicle, you can still go after those opportunities that are on that Stars vehicle. Now, if you partner with a 8A that is currently on the Stars vehicle and you're not an 8A at all, you can now set yourself up for the whole conversion of when this 8A graduates, you get into the 8A, you get on the GSA Stars vehicle, they're getting off of it, but they become your subcontractor now. And now you can get all of their previous work that they had on the 8A Stars because they're now your teammate, and they can't get those contracts without you because they're out of the program. So those are just, some tricks that you could think about on your strategy when pursuing these different type of opportunities there. Now, let's get ready to dive down into the meats and potatoes of this thing, man. I love teaching you guys information, but what I like to do even better is to really show you guys how we can move through this stuff a whole lot faster. So I'm going to show you guys a GSA playbook that we're going to be able to do with SB Money Flow. By all means, you can use the free systems out there, but that takes too long to me. So I'm not even going to go down that route to teach you. You can go to SAM.gov and learn about all of this stuff. You can go to usaspending.gov and track the same information that I'm about to share with you guys. Or again, you could get SB Money Flow and you can move through this stuff like the speed of lightning. And that's the way that I truly, truly, truly like to operate right there. If you guys, again, have any questions, make sure you feel free to ask your questions here in the chat so I can answer them. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and continue to share this live feed out with any other entrepreneurs or business owners that you know need to get involved with this government space and definitely need to learn more about these GSA schedules here. All right, so let me get ready to flip my screen here. Now, before we get rolling there, guys, and showing you guys this stuff, I'm going to put a link in the chat here. Well, we got a special $7 offer for you with our cheat sheet that we have available for you, that anybody, I don't care who you are, what you do, I went over a niche in my cheat sheet that all of you guys can do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and the government needs it on all levels, state, federal, and local. So make sure you guys pick up this $7 cheat sheet right here. And we have a freebie if you don't want to pay the $7. There'll be a pop-up that comes here that you can definitely get the freebie as well. But we also have a special behind this. When you do get our $7 offer, we have the 14-day GovCon Cheaters Challenge. Okay, I'll show you guys this right here. Our GovCon Cheaters Challenge. You'll actually have a special to get access to this. It starts April 13th. You'll be able to get access to this for $127 when you do pick up the $7 offer. If you just try to come straight to this page and purchase it, you will see that it costs $189 for this program. So once again, when you get that $7 offer, I put the link in the chat, you'll be able to get this program starting April 13th for $127. If you want to stay updated with anything that I got going on, the link is in the description, travisknows.com. You can access all of my social media, but most importantly, I want you to come here and join our community. It's completely for free, but you'll be able to put yourself around like-minded individuals by just joining the community. So come right on over here, join the community, and anything else that I got going on, you can access it right here on travisknows.com. Let's dive into this thing, guys. Again, we're going into our SB money flow. By all means, I will show you guys here quickly before we dive into the big government contracting side. You will always have access to your prompt library, no matter which level of SB money flow that you get. But with your prompt library, we have a lot of things right here that we've already created for you. One of my favorite ones is networking at events. A lot of you guys don't know how to network. I'm just going to be honest. You don't know what to say. You look nervous sitting in the corner by yourself, and then you wonder why things don't work. Well, if you just tell us the event that you're going to right here, you're going to click this tab right here, and all you're going to do is answer some questions. You're going to tell it the language, the industry that you're in, the agency that you're about to go visit, your business name, any certifications, information about your company. As soon as you put that in, it's going to literally spit out to you exactly how we can go about working and operating and networking those rooms that you're about to go into. This stuff right here, proposal writer, statement of work, highlights, writing your capability statement. We do have it here, but we actually have another feature that I think, and I'm going to show it, that'll be easier for you based off the opportunities that you're going after. Your joint venture agreements, we can help you guys write that here as well. So as you guys are teaming with individuals and you need to do a joint venture, if they don't have the paperwork and you don't quite have the lawyer, I'm not saying that this is your law, but by all means, we can help get you going right here with filling this stuff out, and we'll give you a blueprint that you can start out with. That you could take to a lawyer and save yourself tons of money. Or if you can read over and understand it yourself, then by all means, you can put this on a PDF file. Or if you were really, really good, you could actually just come right here to your payment section, put it in a contract, send it off to your potential teammate and have them sign it all right there so you guys can move and do business a whole lot faster. So this is the pure money AI side of the house. There's a lot more that it can do. But when we're talking government contracting, that's the aspect that it can help you out with. Now, what we're going to come down here is to our marketplace right here. And what we'll see here is that we have a section right here when we start talking about these GSA vehicles or whatnot. We have a section right here where we can actually look at future vehicle filters or recompetes. Okay, so that's one thing that you can tap on to find those quickly. But we're going to come down here on our left hand side and click on vehicles. Now with the vehicles, what you'll notice, see that mass one that I was telling you about right there, we can find these schedules a whole lot faster. But what I'm going to do is come down here. I'm going to go to vehicle type. And then I'm going to say, okay, I want a GSA schedule. Remember, I told you the SIN numbers, okay, will be huge. You need to know your SIN numbers. But we'll just put those right here in the GSA schedule. So these are some of the vehicles when it comes to GSA that we got to pay attention to. I told you the mass, okay? The mass schedule has $37.8 billion on it that they're looking to spend. If you're in IT, I'm telling you, you need this IT 70 schedule, information technology schedule. This one has $2.6 billion on it. Any professional services, it's the PSS schedule, all right? This one has $863 million on it, and so on and so on. Again, medical equipment, law enforcement schedules, pharmaceutical drugs, office imaging. If you guys are in furniture, they got the furniture schedule. So if you're trying to sell furniture, you need to be on there. There's $13 million that are being spent on there. Dental equipment and supplies. So if you're selling some of those dental products, you need to get on that schedule. And you guys can see too, comprehensive furniture management schedule. Sometimes you do need multiple schedules for the stuff that you're doing. Shipping, packaging, supplies, automotive superstore. So you can see, guys, it's quite a bit of schedules. Audio, video, hardware. You need to understand what you do so you can make sure that you get on the right schedule. Now, SB Money Flow can be used right here on this schedule too, whether you know it or not. So the better that you learn how to use SB Money Flow, you can actually get out there and win some marketing contracts and things of that nature for the government as well. But once again, tons and tons of schedules right here that you can take a look at. Now, if it's your first time and you guys looking at this stuff, let's say you're in the IT side of the house, we're going to go ahead and click on this IT 70 schedule. You see the primary NAICS code is 541519. As we go down to look through here, oh, you know what? I gotta look. Are they moving this over to IT 70? I mean, mass? I don't know. I gotta pay attention to that. I haven't looked at this in a while. But anyways, you can see now we got a whole breakdown of what's happening. Contractors with the greatest percentage of obligations, right? So you can actually see each one of these. Booz Allen got 5.9. Accenture got 5.9. Everybody else that ain't on this list got 57%, but you can see the large players in the space under these schedules. That's one thing that we want to pay attention to. All right. We can also see the different categories. We can see the maps of where the work is going out. We see a lot of it is in Virginia. $8 billion worth of opportunities are coming through Virginia. We can look at all of these other different states. So if you're over in Wyoming, you should probably get your tail over here to this East Coast and stop playing around with federal contracts over there in Wyoming so you can actually start to win some of this work. The other thing I can see too is all the awardees. All right, I told you we can get this information fast, okay? So now I can see the awardees that are on the schedule, so I can click on these companies. I can find out more about them. I noticed that they're in Northern Virginia, McLean. I can get their website. I can come down here. I can see where they're winning work at, right? So now you see they got $121 million in Virginia. In Nevada, they got quite a bit of work. New Mexico. But most of their money's coming through Virginia. So I can potentially partner with them on that. I can see that they're a minority-owned business and they're Native American-owned. They ain't partnering with you. They may partner with you, but what I would advise to all of you guys, if you ain't been playing in this space, if you see a Alaskan Native or a Native American company come for you and want to partner, you probably shouldn't. I'm just going to tell you the truth. they're going to rob you. They're going to rob you blind while you're asleep, and you're not even going to notice what's going on. Because they only need you when they need you. After they get what they want, they kick you to the curb. And there's nothing you're going to do about it but cry. And nobody's going to answer your cries. So what I'm advising you, if you hear Alaska Native companies, definitely Alaska Native, or Native American companies talking about they want to partner for you, you should be worried about that. They do nasty things, man. I'm just telling you the straight up truth. Anyways, I can also come down here. This is where things get really good. I can see the GSA schedules and the price list. So I can come here to this company right here, click on view, and now I can see what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So now I can see all the stuff they've been pricing and all that good stuff. So I can get an idea of what I should be doing. See how simple this stuff is? This is why we GovCon cheat codes, man. People be talking about you cheat your way to government contracts. Well, you would be the fool not to utilize the public information to excel quickly. Why would I do something from scratch because a fool told me, you're cheating? You call it cheating. Instead, I call it, doing my research. And I can see what they're charging. You know what I'm saying? So now I can get an idea of what I should be charging. I put enough of these companies together, I have a full understanding. Now, another reason why I want to look at this too is because I told you, you're going to have to price all these labor categories. You may not even be doing these labor categories. So I can now take a look at somebody who's already successfully won the schedule. And now I can understand some of their pricing and I can utilize that for myself. Right. So again, that's another cheat code that we have available for you guys with SB Money Flow that you could take advantage of there. Let me get back to my vehicles. Look, gotta mess me up. I'm all over the place now. All right. The other thing that I can see is the different contracts that actually have come out. Right. So now I can tell those different types of contracts. We can, by all means, utilize filters to, niche down and find better contracts. And I can see subcontract opportunities. So now I see where the prime is, right? I can notice that, well, these primes, they like subbing to other companies. So by all means, that could be somebody that I could potentially partner with. But for the contracts, again, we could put 100 right here if you want to see 100 of these opportunities, these different contracts, but that's where you'll move it. And we can also search keywords. And by all means, we could just click explore right here and see everything. All right. So if we wanted to see in more detail, I could click on explore. It's going to give me all of the contracts. As you can see, there's over 100,000 of them out there. And now I can filter and say, okay, well, let me look at the vulnerable 8A companies. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm looking at all the vulnerable 8A companies that are under this vehicle. And now I could put together a strategy. This is the part where you guys have to kick in and allow your brain to operate and put together a successful strategy of winning for you. Once again, I can click on the contract and I can learn a little bit more about the contract. We're talking about quality call monitoring. We realize this agency calls it QCM. So that's how you should be relating to it. I got the company that it's awarded to. I got the agency who awarded it. The NAICS code, this is the 8A sole source, 8A AN, that's that Alaskan Native company, so ain't nothing you gonna do about this. They're probably hustling the small business or their subcontractor that they're working with. They probably hustling them, but that's neither here nor there. It ain't my company. But by all means, you can see all of this information down here that you got access to it. And guys, the thing behind the whole Alaskan Natives and stuff, they're the only ones, and the Native Americans, man, they're the only ones that ain't graduating out of the 8A program. They can win $100 million contract in the 8A program and they still going to stay in the 8A program. Me and you can't do that. We win $100 million contract, they kicking us out of the 8A program. I don't think it's fair, but who am I to argue? But anyways, I can also see the contacts for that agency. And I like to tell you guys, Anita Allen with HHS, and CMS, I mean, she is huge on working with small businesses. I'm telling you, she fights for small businesses. I really like the way that she operates and the support that she gives to small businesses. So if you're in that healthcare lane, whether you're doing IT for healthcare or whatnot, I highly, highly advise you guys to find out where Anita Allen is, where she's going to be speaking at, whatever conference she's at, event, industry day or whatnot, and go meet her. But when you go meet her, you better have some substance of what you would like her to help you out with. And by all means, I told you, she is very big on working with small businesses. So make sure that you guys do reach out to her right there. All right. The next thing that we want to pay attention to, because we're talking about these contract vehicles, right? I can also come here and look at my labor pricing, because remember, we're going to have to put prices for all the labor categories. Now, I showed you how you guys could look at other companies and figure out what their labor pricing is. But by all means, I can come here and, do the exact same thing quicker, and I don't have time to look through all of those companies, but I see that this is pulling from the GSA schedules anyways. So all I now have to do is put the title of the position, and now what it'll do is spit out, okay, well, the average that is going on is $133 an hour. The peak of what people are charging, somebody's charging $300. It's probably what Trump and them talking about right here of waste. And I'm pretty sure this is probably a large company charging $312 to $353 per hour. To me, if I was on the Dodge team, this would be the companies that I'm looking at to figure out where the heck the waste is instead of the way that they're going about it. But, in the median right here, we understand that, okay, well, for these type of positions, I could be somewhere around this number. Now, you have a lot of people who are charging $22 to $63 an hour, which is for a tier one, that's probably around the ballpark, depending on what it is, by all means, you gotta work your own pricing up. The moral of the story is the government has accepted these higher prices at some point, so you could possibly do the higher price too. But the tool is here for you to go ahead and make things happen 10 times faster right there. If you need any partners, by all means, you can come right here and, find potential partners that you need for those GSA schedules or for any type of work that you want to go after. And last but not least, remember, we can always come up here and find contracts. You can always filter different things out, from set asides to place of performance to your NAICS codes, et cetera, et cetera. When you guys do find contracts, let me use looking for active opportunity. I don't know why I scrolled all the way. Oops. Let me go back for a second. All right, so we're looking at active opportunities. We can see right here, we got some potential subcontractors. We got vulnerable small business contracts, and we got potential recompetes. Right here, we have active opportunities. So there's 37,000 active opportunities currently. So when people talk about government ain't spending money, again, I don't know what they're talking about. They probably don't have any software or anything, but contracts are still operating. Things may have shifted a little bit, but contracts are still out here operating by all means. So we don't want to just leave the space. Also, I do believe state and local government contracting will pick up higher than the federal contract opportunities, and we can find that stuff right inside of SB Money Flow as well. And of course, your dibs is still working out there, and we have a forecast, which is where you could click on, and the agencies will be telling you what they plan to pursue here in 2025. All right. So anyways, I could click right here on a solicitation. All right. Replace propane furnace. And guys, I don't think that you have to be a rocket scientist to be able to do this type of contract. Like, yo, find a replace a propane furnace. I'm thinking that's like HVAC. Find a company that's involved with HVAC, and then you guys partner. It's due in 6 days, and you can make things shake. But look, I can come right down here. Now, remember, I told you guys about the previous AI, right? I can come down here and say, okay, help me write the best capability statement that's catered to this opportunity and this agency, making sure we utilize their mission statement in ours as well. That's it. That's one of the key components. Now, if I use my capability statement, one that I had inside of my Pure Money AI, I've already got it programmed to spit you out information based off the agency's mission statement. And that's why it's key. So as you can see, the AI right here is to craft effective capability statement tailored to the National Park Service. Look, I didn't even look at the agency. I didn't read anything about this contract at all. The opportunity placed in the propane furnace point reads, National Seashore, we should focus on aligning Malmar LLC's strength with its requirements, solicitation, and the mission of NPS. Below is a draft capability statement that incorporates these elements. Capability statement, Malmar, there goes all my cage numbers, blah, blah, blah. I will put in my phone number, address, company overview. Now, Malmar LLC is an innovative minority-owned SBA 8A technology and management consulting firm, blah, 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 blah. Our core competencies, I didn't say this. We don't have this. But again, it's catered towards the opportunity. This is just a capability statement. So I want to make sure I rewrite my capability statement. I told you, without me really knowing, I thought it was HVAC. And exactly, it is HVAC. Successfully completed multiple HVAC system upgrades. You see us stretching the truth here a little bit. We've never done that before a day in our life. But what I would do is go partner with a company that has done it. So I'm still going to put this on my capability statement, get out in the streets and market, knowing that I have a teammate that's going to support me that has done this stuff before, because our team is going to knock this opportunity out. All right. So this is, again, it's just a quick way to hurry up and get this stuff up and done. And the next thing that I would do is I would come back over here to my SB Money Flow. I would come over here to my websites. Matter of fact, let me go to my active one. I would come over here into my website side. I would come down here to Malmar, and I would respin up Malmar's website. Let's cater to HVAC. Like, this is the power of SB Money Flow. I can make changes right now very quickly and get everything that I need, because I know I'm about to go present myself in front of all of these people that are catered to HVAC, and I ain't talking to nobody else. I'm only talking to HVAC people for the next 2 months. So I'm going to go ahead and change my website up and throw some HVAC stuff in there. And if I have my team, my HVAC team, I'm going to ask them or look at their website so I can throw some of their stuff into my website, because I'm not lying. This is my team. So if my team is capable of doing it, I'm capable of doing it. And when I say I'm capable of doing it, I'm not saying that Travis Davis is capable of doing any of this. I'm not touching anything. I'm saying the company, Malmar, is capable of doing it. And we are. Because one, I got a team that's capable of doing it. And if need be, I will hire the people and put them under my company. And then who are you to tell me that my company can't execute when I have the special people that work for me? That means we're capable of doing it. See how easily that works? See, a lot of you guys count yourselves out on opportunities because you keep thinking about your hands doing all the work instead of understanding the industry that we're in. This industry is about partnering. This industry is about creating jobs. They really don't like you if you don't create jobs. I'm just going to keep it honest. The government does not provide these type of contracts for you to be so stingy and you do all the work yourself. That's not what it's about. It's about creating the jobs in your community. This is why I harp on this stuff so much. This is why I preach for y'all to get involved with government contracts, because you can be the person that impacts your community before any senator, House of Representatives, and damn sure before any president comes and impacts your community. You be the person that creates the 500 jobs in your community, the 300 jobs in your community, and you get to say how you want to hire people X, Y, and Z. You get full control of this stuff now. But see, we got too many lazy people out here in this world. That's all they do is complain, and they don't try to do anything to make an impact. This is how you can make an impact. These contracts are not looking for one person. They're looking for multiple people. These contracts never ask you as the business owner to do the work. So every time I look at an opportunity, I'm never saying, well, can Travis do it? No. Do I have the staff that can perform? Do I have the network that can get us to where we need to be in order to win? Whether sometimes, guys, I have borrowed some of my team's employees. What do I mean by borrow them? I took them from their company and brought them over to my company. You may be saying, well, why would anybody in their right mind let you take their employees? Because they're on the project too. And in order for us to win, I needed them 3 subject matter experts to come under my company so we're not a pass-through. And instead, we are actually doing the work because they are my employees. I give them their check. The W-2 is under my company. I am responsible for them. I am not a pass-through if I have the employees. I hope you guys are understanding this stuff. All right. And this is why I want you guys inside the SB Money Flow, making that money go. Because when the money go, it always grows. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, we have everything that we need right here inside of SB Money Flow to become extremely successful in government contracting. And once again, I told you guys, federal, definitely if you're just getting started out, it could be a little shaky to a lot of you guys. So we come over here to state and local. You go to state and local and we do the exact same thing. We look at the contracts that's available. We can come down here and filter from the state. Look in your own backyard first before you start looking at other states. And just like this, we're going to pull up all of the contracts. School buses, electric school buses. I didn't even know they got those. See, stuff like this. This is what I love about this. I can look electric school buses like, okay, go find who makes electric school buses. And then again, there's no middleman to this or no pass through to this. I am for certain the state of Maryland knows your company did not build no electric school buses. I don't have to guess about that at all. So it can't be a pass through knowing that I have to work with a company that's manufacturing and building the electric school buses. Everybody gets it but you. You over there listening to everybody putting fear in your heart. But instead, I can see right now, okay, we got electric school buses. Now I can come right here to the AI. How many buses are needed? Now, I'm about to try something else. I don't know if the exact quantity specification of the buses are expected to be included in the full solicitation documents. You'll be able to view. Okay, so I guess I don't want to pull this. Oh, it's because the state of Maryland. It ain't like the federal government. We got to go behind some portals. I got to log into this portal in order to get the documents, opposed to SAM.gov. The documents are just sitting out there for anybody. Your states are usually going to be a little bit different. So I would probably go get the documents. Once I get the documents, I would take that back over to Pure Money AI and utilize my Pure Money AI to do that. But I want to see if we can do this. What companies close to Maryland makes or sells electric buses? I don't know. There we go. build your dreams. Look, I don't know, Nova Bus. And we got companies that we can go look up right now, find out about these electric buses. See how fast this stuff goes? I told you I don't like using the free government stuff, man. That stuff takes too long. It wastes my time. Especially with AI and stuff out here right now, I can move 10 times faster than to be playing around clicking on SAM.gov and USA spending all the time. Most of the people look at the software and stuff that I got and say it's an expense. That's because you don't let your mind go outside of the box. First of all, anything that I have going on, you should write it off in your business. So you should be paying for SB Money Flow utilizing your business credit card. That way you can write it off as an expense. If you get any training programs with me, you book a consultation call, you get any of my courses or whatnot, all of that stuff should be written off as education. What do you think? The school is the only people who can educate you? You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of education. Any conferences that you go to better yourself, you can write that stuff off if need be. Now, I'm not a person out here telling y'all to just write stuff off. I think that is the dumbest thing in the world when you just write stuff off because, guys, if you ever need money or you need support in anything and they go to look at your taxes at the end of the year, you say you generated $1 million, but you wrote off $999,000. To me, you don't know how to make no money. And the people that you need money from, they're going to look at it and say, you don't know how to make no money. You scared all of us because you listened to a fool on the internet that told you to write everything off. Only a fool sits there and write everything off, and you ain't at the space that you got millions of dollars sitting in your bank account. If you know that we're going to be at a point that we need money from people for sure, you better not be writing everything off. What is wrong with you? You scare everybody. I don't care how much money you generated. You're telling me for every dollar that I make, I know how to lose a dollar too. I don't want to invest in that. So please, by all means, I know I told you can write this stuff off, but see, my stuff is low ticket items. I'm expecting you to make hundreds of thousands of dollars so you can write this $5,000 off. You know what I'm saying? This $2,000 off over here, this $400 off over there. Okay, we can write that type of stuff off. But just getting started out. Now, granted, if you ain't make no money, you know what I'm saying? And go ahead and get your write-offs on because you wasn't going to get no money anyways. So go ahead and get your write-offs in there. But don't just be writing stuff off just to write stuff off because you heard somebody tell you to do that. And again, you can't look at this type stuff like an expense, right? Yes, it's going to be an expense on the books, but you got to understand for $397 a month, you got access to millions of dollars right here in government contracting, whether it's on a federal, state, or local level. That's one. Two, you also got access to sell on the internet. You can create your courses. You can create all of your programs all inside of the same tool. Two, number three, you got access to all of your contracts. Yeah. So if you want to do B2B with somebody, well, guys, we can send them invoices. We can send them contracts, the whole nine. That's number three. And number four, this is going to automate your business practices. Stop doing tedious tasks. Why are you sitting there sending emails to everybody? Why are you struggling to book appointments when we got a whole calendar system right here that once you put the appointment on a calendar center, it's going to send you the link to the Zoom meeting and your potential client the link to the Zoom meeting. Not only that, it's going to remind both of y'all that you need to get on this call that was scheduled. But if you don't have the proper systems in place, none of this stuff works for you. And, I hate to say it, but oftentimes in our minority-owned businesses, there's no systems in place. And I keep hearing, well, Travis, I can't scale. I can't grow. The world is against me. Well, no, that's not quite true. You are against yourself. You're against yourself because you won't make any type of investment into making yourself better. I've never seen a multi-million-dollar business operate without no systems in place. So why do you think you can become the anomaly? Once again, guys, I hope that you guys appreciated the information for today. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this live feed out with 3 other entrepreneurs and business owners. If you picked up anything that I put down today, put a fire emoji in the chat, whether you're watching live or you are watching on replay. I see that I had a question come in on, what's this? LinkedIn. How will Trump's executive orders and government cuts affect small business contract opportunities in the federal government? Well, it already is. It ain't about how, it is. But it's hard for me to really answer that question. How will Trump's executive orders affect government contracting for small business? Because, nobody really knows everything right now. What I will say is it's affecting everybody. It ain't just small business. It's large business. It's women-owned business. But the biggest thing that I see to our small businesses that I'm scared about is the set-aside opportunities. Your women-owned certification. It's still here today, but I don't know if it'll stay forever. The 8A program, the Hub Zone program, the veteran-owned programs. I'm nervous about those. I do not know what could happen to them. As of today, they stand strong. Hell, next week it could change. But what I will say is I don't think things are going to leave small business. I think things will still be available for small business. It's just all of us may be competing with each other as opposed to having that set aside stuff. Now, I'm just throwing this out there as theory. I don't know this to be for fact yet. One thing that I do know is for fact is what I've been talking about here today is things is moving over to that GSA schedule. And that is something that will impact small businesses because a lot of them aren't on GSA schedules. This is why I'm teaching you guys about it today, because it's going to be very important that you guys start to look at these schedules and get on these vehicles so you can still compete in this industry. But once again, I advise all of you guys, look at your state and local government contract. It's probably going to be easier for you at this moment with all the shifting going on. The states, I do believe contracting will increase, not decrease. So you heard, and this is why I'm saying this, you heard the president say like he's closing the Department of Education and he's putting it all on the states. All right, well, you just created more problems for the states. Anytime there's problems for the state, a contractor has to come and solve it. Well, if the state got problems, that means that the local government got problems. Well, the local government got some real nice rules inside of it, whether you know it or not. And it ain't all local governments, but it's a large majority of local governments have rules inside of it that say that work must come from local county-based companies first. So now we're talking about all types of stuff, man. Look, back in the day, I was hitting Prince George's County up. We was working with elevators. We was working with camera equipment. I was selling them light bulbs and iPads and iPhones. Come to find out, they couldn't buy a light bulb from Lowe's because Lowe's isn't a Prince George's County based company. So I had to go to Lowe's and get the light bulb. They understood that the light bulb at Lowe's cost $1 and I'm selling, and I'm just making this number up. I'm selling it to them for $5 because I got to cover my gas, my expenses and all that stuff. They already knew that was going to happen. So you don't have to be nervous like, man, they could just go to Lowe's and get it. No, they can't just go to Lowe's and get it. You got to go to Lowe's and get it. So this is where I see a lot of other opportunities opening up. Government contracting is not dead. It's just shifting. And it always shifts. For every administration that comes in, there's shifts that's going to happen. Now, I will also tell you should be looking to partner with energy companies. Okay? There's a whole lot of energy companies out here. We got nuclear energy, solar energy, wind energy, water energy. You should be looking at technology in places like Japan. I was looking at something the other day that they have changed streets with this technology in Japan that when people walk on it, it generates energy. These are things that you need to pay attention to because we have an energy problem. So we need solutions to our problem. They don't care where it comes from, as long as it don't come from China. But if you can literally find a company that's in Japan that's producing the type of stuff that you need, you could do a partnership with that company in Japan. You might just got to get on a plane and get to Japan. And then you can bring it back to your state if the state is pursuing the contract. But again, I told you the federal government is going to be big on energy. So that's something that we want to look into. AI is something that we want to look into. Construction is always going to be here. Shipbuilding is going to be huge, as you heard the president say these things. So those would be things that and cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, and the other one is mission critical services and products. We're definitely got a lot of war stuff that they're talking about right now. This is mission critical stuff. So you guys want to make sure that, you know, even if you aren't in that industry, you could potentially partner with companies that are in that industry, and that puts you in the industry. And again, we pivot to where the money is, right? We don't harp on things that are not available no more. Do not harp on the DEI. Ain't nobody trying to hear it. And when I'm talking about nobody trying to hear it, the public wants to hear it. But the people with the money that we trying to work with, they don't want to hear DEI. Erase it. Don't talk about it no more. Use some other letters or something, but you better not say DEI. And again, every administration has different things that us as contractors, we better pay attention to if we want to keep partnering with this customer. It just is what it is. So hopefully that helped answer your question right there. Once again, I appreciate the fiery emojis down there in the chat. Guys, follow me on Instagram, official Travis Davis. This is how you guys can stay up to date with me. Just click the link in the description, travisknows.com. You can find my Instagram and all of my other social media channels. We have tons and tons of training on YouTube. All you got to do is sit down and watch the videos if you don't want to pay for any programs. And it's all sitting right there for you to get yourself educated completely for free. And then when you're ready to come over, by all means, join us in what we got going on. Or hopefully you win some contracts off of it, because we've definitely had plenty of people win contracts just off watching our YouTube video. All of that can be found at travisknows.com, whether you need help with getting finances, with books I'm reading, programs that I got going on. It's all located on travisknows.com. Outside of that, I hope to see you guys here tomorrow. I do have to go to a small business event tomorrow that's from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm hoping to get back on here, but I don't know how tired I will be. If I don't jump back on here tomorrow at 8:30 p.m., I do apologize, and I'll see you guys back here at Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Outside of that, I love you all. I hope that y'all have a blessed and amazing night. Keep working on them government contracts. Do not allow the media to pump this fear in your mind. Don't even allow myself. I done lost some contracts. Don't let me scare you. I ain't scared. If I was scared, I wouldn't still be up here talking, right? I still wouldn't be pursuing government contracting. I would just crumble and put in the corner. Guys, it's stupid money still being moved. I mean, stupid money. It's stupid opportunities still being moved out here. Do not quit. We like quitters. They get out of our way, because the people who believe in yourself, and you believe in yourself that the man upstairs is going to guide you. He already gave you everything you need. He gave you me. You found me right here teaching you information. He gave you that phone that's in your hand. He gave you that car that you're going to drive. But most importantly, he gave you this thing called the brain. Use it, and use it wisely. Don't allow emotions to take over. Let logic take over. All of us have this supercomputer right here. It's stronger than any Apple computer. It's stronger than any Sony product. It's stronger than any Tesla product. It's stronger than the whole governmental system. This right here. And all of you guys got it. Believe in that. And trust me, everything will work out for you. Once again, I love you all. I'll talk with you later. Y'all know what it is. When the music goes off, this goes off. Y'all have a good night.
It's just different.
Yeah. You already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got it like I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we